First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Into the red zone now. Manning. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A Giant 1st down. Manning to an open Beckham.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
He's going to get it running right. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side, Garcon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Connor Barwin coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
11.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, 54 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Giants offense getting ready to take over again, and they now have the highest paid NFL receiver on their roster. I don't know if you know him. His name's Odell Beckham Jr. And on the 27th, he signed a 5-year extension for how much money?
$95 million, I believe. $65 million of it guaranteed.
That's good.
Big congrats to him and big congrats to the organization.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Fancy footwork in midfield.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. 23 yards on the play. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
21.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And Gould is able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. New York set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Manning throwing on second down. Left side, it's Beckham. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Receiver. Go. Ready.
From the gun on third down, Manning. It's caught, Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Shepard deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Manning now to throw. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Cassius Marsh in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack.
Receiver.
From the gun, it's Manning. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense getting another crack here. And, you know, I don't want to read too much into preseason numbers, but yet I do want to read a lot into preseason numbers. You know, from an offensive standpoint, the 49ers right now, #1 in the NFL, over 400 yards a game.
Hey, read away. When you're averaging that kind of a number, yeah, you feel great as a team. You feel great as a franchise. And Jimmy Garoppolo, having come over from New England last year to be their quarterback, he hasn't done a single thing to dispel the notion that he's going to be a very good starting quarterback in this league. And he wants his team to focus on the little things he talked about after last preseason game. Don't let the little things slide, guys. We still got some things to do to get better.
Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Toss play to McKinnon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more after this. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Manning. Looking for Shepard deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by a Kevin Witherspoon. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On 2nd down, here's Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Manning now on first down. He's going to sling this deep, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down, and the Giants are in for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. Over the middle to Garcon. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Able to slither by. And he's got some space here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. In for the score. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Manning. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Cassius Marsh getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Manning to throw on second down. And that's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now a play fake. Manning. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Zebra.
They'll go for it. It's Manning going for the deep ball. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants are in for 6. So now Eli and the Giants will line up and go for 2. Again, they'll throw with Manning, and he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Garoppolo on first down. Wilson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On play action, now Garoppolo. The pressure gets to him again. Connor Barwin in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. On play action, it's Garoppolo, eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, it's Manning. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still one on that. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Now Manning. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, you know, Charles, just thinking back, it was around this time a year ago, Hurricane Harvey was devastating the Houston area and other areas there in southeast Texas. 1 year later, though, J.J. Watt's Foundation announced it had raised and given $41.6 million in the last calendar year.
That's phenomenal. And he was the NFL Man of the Year last season, and rightly so for what he did. And if I'm not incorrect, His goal when he started this to help all the people was $200,000.
41.6 million minus 200,000. That's a pretty good margin there.
That's a heck of a margin. Congratulations to J.J. Watt, his foundation, and to everyone who contributed to help out the people in Houston.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Come on, fellas, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. The New York set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
As we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
Well, the easy answer is nothing because the preseason doesn't really matter. But some organizations do put more stock in.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And a juke this time. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
21.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Garoppolo looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is no good. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Manning going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 47 yards. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
11.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Pierre Garcon, an 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Let's go. There goes 56. 27's to Sam. 27 boys.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. This is Shepard on the catch. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets some...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Eli Manning with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11. Here we go.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Giant territory. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 57 yards. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
13.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man. Touchdown 49ers. It's Selleck. Garrett Selleck. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are back within a score. Gold with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Manning gonna throw here. He stiff arms it. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw, Manning. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Manning. Looking for Shepard deep. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 58 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Olivier Vernon brings him down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Garoppolo to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about